Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Take a look at these pictures. I know we have some fishermen and some women that like to fish in the church, and all fishermen have their own fish tales, right? We like to tell our fish stories, and I've got one. My dad and I, we used to fish with Bob Gober on Wednesdays, and we would go fishing down here at Rhodhius or Lake James, and sometimes Steve would come with us, and anyway, we would go fishing, and one Wednesday we came into church, and Bob hadn't got to go fishing with us, and he asked me, as I walked into the church, he said, "How did your fishing go today?" And I told him, "It was great." I said, "We had the best time. I caught the biggest fish of the day. It was the biggest fish I've ever caught." And I just went on into the church, and we hadn't gone fishing that day. And so when Dad left the church that night, Bob said, "I heard you had a good fishing day." And Dad said, "Well, we didn't go fishing today." And I was busted. You know, sometimes we just don't remember the past accurately, do we? So do any of you have a fish story like that? Many of us are facing some pretty big storms and struggles in our life. Depression, anxiety, loneliness, doubt, maybe even a crisis of your faith, what you believe. And it's all coming from things in our past that we don't understand why Jesus. Remember when that time when Jesus got on the boat and a storm came up and the disciples came to Jesus and said, "Do you not even care that we're going to die?" And Jesus got up and he looked at the storm and he said, "What? Peace, be still." And the storm, the wind and the waves just laid down. We want Jesus to do that in our lives, in the anxiety and the struggle, in the storm of our life right now. We want him to come, but sometimes we have a problem, and that problem is we can't get past the pain because we're trying to ignore it, or we're trying to hide it, or we're trying to deny it ever happened. Sometimes we just don't remember the past accurately, just like my fish story. But our memory is pretty selective, isn't it? We don't want to remember in a way that brings us hurt and brings the pain back to the reality that we're living in today. But when we don't remember the hurt in the right way, we just start living a lie. And if you're living a lie, you're doing it to not get hurt again and not to bring pain into your life. But all we're doing is not allowing Jesus to come into our storm and to say, "Peace, be still." We have to own our past, the good, the bad, the ugly. It is part of us. It's who we are. It's our experience. And Jesus wants to heal that in us, but we cannot bring a lie to Jesus. In order to bring healing in our life and to bring that word we want to hear, peace, then we have to bring it to Jesus and let him work a miracle on the reality of our past. So bring your hurt, bring your pain, bring your anxiety, the cause of your anxiety, the reality of it, and let Jesus work a miracle in your life. He wants to say, "Peace, be still." Let him do it today. Hope you have a good day.